Hey guys, Anime Master here. Today we're going to be doing part 4 to What If Naruto Was a Hyuga. Hope you guys like this series so far. And let me know another what ifs I should do. Make sure to like or dislike some of you guys like what ifs or not. And make sure to subscribe because it helps me out a lot. And anyways, without further ado, let's get started. And I also apologize for a lot of background noise. So yeah. So we left off when Team 7 passed the first exam. So let's continue on from there. So basically, Anko bust into the room and told Team, like the Chunin, like the Genin and stuff, to get outside for the second exam. You know what I mean? So yeah. So then Anko just explains how the second exam works. And she gives each Genin team a scroll. And they need to get both a heaven scroll and an earth scroll. So yeah. So then, after that, the second exam starts. After an hour of Team 7 searching in the Forest of Death, all of a sudden, a huge gust of wind, oh my gosh, of wind comes through their way. And Naruto then got swallowed up by a giant snake, and the snake ran. Then, out of some smoke, a woman with long black hair, with snake-like eyes, and a very, very long tongue. This is, of course, Orochimaru in his disguise from a body, you know what I mean? So, yeah. So then, Orochimaru says, Well, so I found a team that I can get a scroll from. And there's an Uchiha kid here. Looks like this guy's the last Uchiha. And then Sasuke and Sakura are terrified and are completely frozen. And Orochimaru starts sending out a large amount of bloodlust. This amount of bloodlust made Sakura and Sasuke vomit. And they were even able to literally see, imagine in their head, dying. Then Orochimaru says, Well, never mind. I guess this team is pretty trash or whack. I thought I would get a good fight out of Uchiha kid. Well, I guess you're just the baby of the clan. Then Orochimaru threw Shuriken and Kunai at Sakura and Sasuke. Sasuke was able to at least move a little bit and stabbed his thigh. And then would catch Sakura, and then he would push himself and Sakura out of the way of the kunai and shuriken. And then Sasuke was able to run. Then, meanwhile, Naruto is inside of a giant snake. Naruto then yells out, Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu, and it made the snake explode. Out of, overeating too much. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So then, Naruto then started looking for Team 7. The rest of Team 7. Then, he was able to find Sasuke and Sakura. He was seeing Sasuke and Sakura in a very bad position. And Sasuke is being chased by a weird looking person who looks kind of like a snake. A little bit. Like a woman who kind of looks like a snake. Then the woman starts growing a tail. And then started slithering towards Sasuke. Then Naruto threw Shuriken on the path of that tree And then Naruto appeared. Naruto Uzumaki is about to save... Naruto Hyuga is about to save the day. And then... Then Orochimaru says, well, so we have a Hyuga here as well on this team. But I bet you're not... You're nowhere near as good as even the Uchiha kid. And the Uchiha kid is trash. And then Naruto says, how dare you say that to my rival and myself? And then Naruto then would activate his Byakugan. And then would yell out, water style, water dragon jutsu. Orochimaru was pretty surprised by this. Orochimaru was able to dodge it easily. But, like, he didn't expect a Genin to have this type of jutsu. So then, Orochimaru started summoning giant snakes. Naruto would just struck all the snakes' chakra points. But then he would get hit by another snake. Then Naruto yelled at 8 trigrams palm rotation. The snake was hit by a little bit. Like, deflected the snake a little bit. But it didn't really affect it at all, because how could just an 8 trigrams palm rotation, like, do anything to, like, a giant snake? So, yeah. So then, Naruto then would hit a couple of its chakra points, and then would throw shuriken at its mouth, killing it in the process. Then, Orochimaru says, well, you're better than I thought. Then Naruto would smile. Yeah, I'm going to take that scroll of yours and get my team on track. Believe it. Then Orochimaru would run at Naruto. Naruto then would create a Chidori. And then Orochimaru was pretty surprised by that jutsu. Then Naruto would charge at Orochimaru. Orochimaru would run at Naruto too. And then Sasuke needed to do something. So he awakened 2 Tomoes in his, like, eyes, basically. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Then Naruto would try to strike the Chidori at Orochimaru, but then Orochimaru dodges it and then kicks Naruto to a tree. It was, like, a really hard kick. And then Sasuke then tries to do does that same tactic, and it was a success, but then Orochimaru does the same thing. But Naruto then would enter QB influence. Then Naruto would punch Orochimaru really hard in the face, and then was able even to hit just at least a chakra point. No, actually, I'm going to say actually 3 chakra points. And then Orochimaru fell on the ground. And then Orochimaru would switch to a body, and he would get into his normal self. You guys are better than I thought. And you, Hyuga. So you're the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, huh? I never knew a Hyuga would have a tailed beast inside of them. Then Orochimaru would say, I've been here too long, so I need to end this fast. But then Anko was able to arrive and said, you kids go. And then Naruto is angry and says, no way. And then, like, Naruto's, like, there's a slit in, like, the middle of his Byakugan, and it's red with his veins. And Naruto just says, no, in a very angry tone. And Sasuke says, yeah, we're going to defeat him. Naruto is getting very angry right now because, of course, Nine-Tails. Then Naruto would charge Orochimaru. Anko would try to fight Orochimaru too. And same as Sasuke. Sakura was just watching all this, being her useless self. Then, basically, Naruto would make a Nine-Tails Chidori. And then he would charge at him. Anko would say, what intense chakra, and how did he learn that jutsu? And then Naruto would also make a hand, like in a hyuga style hand, like, to also strike his chakra points and stuff. So yeah, and then also that Chidori is also meant to also strike someone's chakra points. So Naruto also created a little bit of a new jutsu as well. So then basically Orochimaru was dodged it and then kicked Naruto. He tried to tighten the seal. Before he could tighten the seal, basically, Anko came in and tried to kick him. Orochimaru had to dodge it, so he did. Then Naruto started unleashing a little bit even more Nine-Tails chakra. Naruto isn't in his one-tailed state. He's just like in QB influence right now, like when he fought Sasuke in the Final Valley. So yeah, like Final Valley Part 1, basically. So yeah. Then Naruto then would basically just create a more powerful Chidori. No, you'd create a water dragon jutsu trying to hit him. Sasuke would create a fire style, Uchiha style, great fireball jutsu, and then he would shoot it at Orochimaru. And both of their attacks. And Anko would also send snakes there. And also Sakura, for just saying like in her mind, she's like, I need to do something. So she would throw like a kunai with a paper bomb at it. Orochimaru didn't really know what to do. So Orochimaru took the hit. But Orochimaru switched bodies. Then Naruto was like, how did he do that? And then Anko was like his switching bodies ability. And then the curse mark started growing on Anko and stuff. So yeah. And then basically Anko would be going crazy. But so Anko would actually kind of be attacking Team 7. So yeah. And then but Anko can't really use like the curse mark really because it hurts her too much. So yeah, and she can't restrain like the curse mark. So then after like a couple seconds, she passes out. And then basically Orochimaru says, I need to go. I couldn't get Uchiha right now, but I will get him. I can't stay here for too long, or else more people will come. And then he'll leave. Then Naruto would get even more anger and stuff. So yeah, like he would draw even more QB chakra. And Naruto then would get even into his one-tailed state. Naruto is basically berserk right now. But Third Hokage was able to sense this chakra, so he sent some Anbu to like put like that thing like that Jiraiya used like during like on the trading trip to like suppress like Naruto's chakra. That's basically what they did, basically. Like that ceiling tag. So yeah. Then basically they gave Team 7 a scroll actually. So yeah. So then Team 7 actually passes. But on their way to the tower, they met with Kabuto and stuff. And they fished and stuff, blah, blah, blah. And Naruto and Sakura were curious on, like, what's inside of the scroll and stuff. But Kabuto, of course, was there, like, to stop it from happening. So, yeah. Now, let's go to the prelims. The preliminaries. I don't know how to pronounce them. I'm sorry, guys. So, yeah. So then, basically, Naruto, Team 7, would get to, like, the arena, basically. Not the tuning exams, like the final stage tuning exams. Like, the prelims arena, basically. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So then, basically, Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura would get into, like, that group and stuff. blah 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 with all the genin. So then the matches will go completely the same. So let's go actually to Naruto versus Kiba. So then basically Naruto then would basically just run at Kiba. Kiba would knows that Naruto is a prodigy, so he would immediately go for Fang over Fang. But Naruto's visual prowess, the Byakugan, was able to dodge it easily. Then Naruto, but no, actually without no visual prowess, he was still able to even dodge it without even using his visual prowess, the Byakugan. So he was able to dodge it decently, without his Byakugan. And then Naruto then Kiba would throw shuriken basically. Naruto would catch them. So yeah, because Naruto and Neji trained a lot when they were younger. Like a lot. So yeah. So then basically Kiba would feed Akuramu like a food pill and stuff. So yeah, and then he would try to create. Then he would throw a smoke bomb, and he would try to do like the fang over fangs like that. Naruto needed the Byakugan for this, so he activated it, and Naruto dodged every single fang over fang attempt from Kiba and Akamaru easily. And then when Kiba was on a cooldown, Naruto just punched him in the gut, and then did the Naruto 2K Hyuga barrage, and then he would just kick him to the ground like that. Neji was pretty surprised by this, same as Team 7 and all the other Genin. They knew Naruto was a prodigy, but they never knew that Naruto would have a new technique just now. He didn't even train other than that week before, the 2-day exams, Kakashi says. So yeah, now let's go to the Rock Lee or Scar fight. That would go completely the same. And then we're going to go to the Neji and Hyuga fight. I mean, Neji Hyuga fight, and then with Hinata, yeah. Neji vs Hinata. So yeah. Then basically Neji would Neji has a grudge against Hinata, not Naruto. Naruto and Neji aren't actual blooded brothers. I think I did say they were in the first part, and I think I said this in the last part that Naruto isn't going to be Neji's blood brother anymore. So yeah. So then basically Naruto would watch this fight. Naruto says in Naruto's mind, it's hopefully Neji doesn't hurt her too bad, because he knows that Neji has a grudge against the main family and stuff. So yeah. Then basically Naruto would watch this and to the end basically. Then before Neji could basically kill Hinata, instead of the Jonin and stuff, Naruto would actually appear and catch it. And then Hinata would be surprised and shocked. So yeah. And also, by the way, Neji and Naruto know that they're actually not blooded brothers. They're actually not blooded brothers. They know. Same as Hinata. Basically the entire Hyuga compound. Everyone knows that Naruto isn't actually Neji's blooded brother. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's adopted basically. You know what I mean? He was adopted by Neji's father and stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah. So then basically Naruto then would hold on. Sorry about that. So yeah. Then basically Naruto then would basically just say, Neji, you don't need to go that far. I know you have a grudge against the main family, but you don't need to take it this far. Then Neji says, Naruto, I'm your brother. Actually, your elder brother. You should always listen to me. You should always take advice from me. She's nothing. She's a pathetic loser. We are prodigies. We are destined to become something great. Naruto says, Neji, you can still change yourself, even though you were a loser from the beginning. Then Neji says, Naruto, you need to get it. Once a failure, always a failure. Nothing can change it. No matter how fast you work. No matter how hard you work to change the fact. Naruto can't believe that Neji is saying this. Then Naruto would say, Neji, this has to be a joke, right? We remember all those times when we had before, like when our dad was assassinated or whatever. Neji says, forget about all that. And Naruto says, Neji, I know you're my brother, but what you're doing is wrong, and I need to correct that. I vow to win against you in the next fight. Neji says, sure, and I actually been wanting to fight you, Naruto. After all, we are brothers and rivals. Naruto says, yeah, right, yeah. Hold on, give me a second. Alright. So yeah. Then, let's go to the 1 month training arc. So yeah. Then, basically, Naruto wouldn't need to train with Kakashi that much. Naruto would train with the Hyuga compound as well. Neji would also train too, because he knows that Naruto and himself are rivals. So yeah, so he needs to train in order to defeat Naruto and correct him. Well, he thinks that he's correcting him, while Naruto's actually trying to correct him. Like, in a good way, like, you know what I mean. So yeah, then, basically, Naruto then would basically just train with his Byakugan, trying to make his Sharingan palm rotation a lot stronger, and Naruto was even able to do the 8 trigrams. He was able to do 8 trigrams, 78 palms. He was able to do at least 78 palms. Now, so then, basically, Naruto then would also work on like his visual prowess and in his fast reflexes and stuff. And then Naruto was just walking in the village one day after some hard work of training. After some hard training. Neji has been also doing similar stuff to this, getting with his reflexes and stuff. So yeah, and training on his Byakugan like a lot. So yeah. Then, basically, Naruto would see a pervy old man, basically. You know, just a pervy old man looking at it. And then Naruto would go and confront this pervy old man. Let's say, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. That's pretty weird, you pervert. Then Naruto would actually recognize this as Jiraiya, one of the legendary Sannin. Wait, you're Jiraiya of one of the legendary Sannin. And then Jiraiya would also recognize this as someone that looks like Minato a lot. And then he he sees the whisker marks, and that's a sign of, like, Ninetales chakra and stuff, like, you know what I mean? So he knows that this is actually Minato's child. So then he says, hey, alright, just don't do that. You know what? If you don't tell anyone, I will train you. Then Naruto says, really? Why would I need a pervy old man? Well, to train me. Well, you are a Sani, basically. But what can you even teach me? Then Jiraiya says, come with me. Then Jiraiya would whip out a scroll, and then he would yell out, summoning jutsu. And then he would summon a frog. Naruto would be pretty amazed by this, just like in canon. It's like, whoa, teach me that, please. Then Jiraiya would say, sure. So yeah, it would take the same amount of time, canon, to master that jutsu. And also, then after that, Naruto would also train with controlling the Ninetales Fox's chakra. So yeah. Then, let's go to the part when Naruto is about to have his fight with Neji. So yeah. Basically, Naruto makes it to the arena. Same as Neji. Basically, everyone in the original is there. So yeah. Then, we're gonna go to the first fight. Naruto versus Neji. Round 1. Begin. Naruto then would say, Neji, get ready. Naruto is going right now. Is trying to go all out because he knows Neji is really powerful. Same as Neji knows that Naruto is also pretty powerful. So he immediately goes to his Byakugan. Then Naruto and Neji would run each other. Naruto and Neji would get into a taijutsu fight. They were both right now equals. Then Naruto and Neji would back off. And then Naruto would throw some shuriken. Neji would deflect them with his kunai. Naruto would then catch all of them. And then Naruto then would run at Neji and then would try to punch Neji. Would strike Neji's chakra points. Neji would be able to dodge all of them pretty decently at least. Then Neji would try to backlash on Naruto, but Naruto dodged them all pretty decently as well. Then Naruto would jump back and yells out, Fire Style, Fireball Jutsu. Neji was able to dodge it. Then Neji would yell out 8 trigrams, 32 palms. Naruto was able to dodge them pretty decently, a little bit less than the last one. And then Naruto would do water style, water wall, and sending Neji back from, like, the thing. And then the proctor says, well, so the adopted brother got the first hit, the Ninetales Jinchuriki. Then Neji was pretty pissed off by that. Then Neji says, alright, Naruto, get ready. Then Naruto would yell out, Water Style, Water Dragon Jutsu. Then a humongous dragon would come out. Neji would be completely surprised. He has never seen this jutsu. Neji was barely able to dodge it. Then Neji would go at Naruto, trying to do the 8 trigram 64 palms. But then Naruto would yell out, 8 trigrams palm rotation. And then Neji would be sent back. Then Naruto says, alright, let me just end it. I'm going to end it here. Chidori. And then Naruto would run at Neji. Then Neji says, I need to use my rotation. Then the rotation and the Chidori would clash. The Chidori would basically go through Neji. Naruto would deactivate the Chidori and then would punch Neji and then kick him in the air and do the Naruto 2K Hyuga barrage. And then he would hit him to the ground. Then the crowd would be shocked by Naruto's performance. And they would be praising Naruto and stuff. but the fight isn't really over just yet. Neji would be struggling to get up, but he was still able to manage to get up. Then Neji says, "How? My destiny. I cannot fail. My destiny is to become one of the strongest. Same as you, Naruto, but I need to become stronger than anyone." Naruto says, then, "Neji, just give it up. You're embarrassing yourself." Then Neji would just pass out. And then Sasuke versus Gaara fight would happen, and that would go completely insane. And then basically the hidden leaf destruction arc would begin at this point. And that's where we're gonna leave it off for today's video. Hope you liked it. So yeah, anyways, peace.